You ever have one of those nights where everything feels off? Like the air's too still, the stars look too sharp, and even the crickets are like, nope, not tonight. That was the night my best friend Owen and I decided to drive out to Dead Creek Hollow, which, in hindsight, is a terrible name for a camping spot. Owen had read somewhere online that the area was a spiritual energy node. He also read that drinking apple cider vinegar cured asthma, so grain of salt. But we were bored and stupid, mostly stupid. We packed light, some beer, flashlights, Owen's dad's rusty machete, because obviously, and a tent that still had "Property of Boy Scouts of America" written on the side. We weren't even Boy Scouts, we just found it. Don't ask. Anyway, the first weird thing happened around midnight. We were sitting by the fire, half drunk and making fun of cryptid YouTubers, when we heard it. This horrible, wet, crunching sound in the woods. Not like twigs snapping. I mean, bone breaking. Celery snapped by a vengeful god king of crunch. Owen, being Owen, grabbed the machete and said, "Probably just a deer. Let's go say hi." Let me just pause here and say, never follow a white guy into the woods after hearing something that sounds like it's eating a car. That's just basic survival. I failed. I followed. We walked about 20 yards in when the flashlight hit it. A deer, sort of. It was standing on 3 legs. The fourth one was bent backward at the knee, like it was trying to kick its own back. Its antlers were jagged, like someone had whittled them. Its eyes were glowing. Not like reflection, like backlit, like someone plugged in 2 tiny microwaves behind its skull. Then it turned its head, all the way around, and looked at us. Owen whispered, "Dude, is that thing smiling?" It was, but not with its mouth. It didn't have one. It had a slit, a vertical slit. And inside, teeth. Human teeth, like a whole mouthful of them, going up and down. Then it screamed. I have never heard a sound like that. It was like a pig being run through a garbage disposal while a child screamed inside a tin can. My legs just stopped working. Owen bolted, just sprinted into the dark like his soul owed rent. The deer thing didn't chase us. Not yet. It walked. It started walking slowly in my direction. Not limping, not stumbling. Smooth, like it had done this before. Like it enjoyed this part. I finally got my legs to move, booked it back to camp, yelling Owen's name. No answer. I got to the tent. Empty. The beer was still there, though, so I figured Owen hadn't made it far. And I heard it again, that crunch. I turned, and Owen was crawling out of the woods. Except it wasn't Owen. It had his face, literally his face, but it was stretched like rubber over someone else's skull. His mouth was open wider than it should have been, and I could see his real tongue moving under the skin, trying to scream. Behind it, the deer thing was standing perfectly still. I don't know what came over me, adrenaline, fear, or just some pure idiot instinct, but I grabbed the machete and charged. And here's the part I don't talk about. When I swung at the thing, I hit Owen. Not the fake one, the real one. He had been crawling up behind me trying to warn me. The face I thought was his, just some kind of mask the deer thing wore. He bled out right there in the dirt. The thing let out a horrible laugh. No sound, just this twitching wheeze that made my stomach roll, then turned and walked back into the woods. I stayed with Owen's body until morning. The cops didn't believe me. They said it was a bear attack, or drugs, or a mental break. They never found the deer. But sometimes, at night, I hear that crunching sound again. And I swear to God, sometimes my phone gets airdropped a photo. No notification, no request. It just appears in my gallery. It's always the same photo. Me, asleep, and standing in the background, Owen, smiling, with a vertical slit where his mouth used to be.